Good evening. My name is Kelly Hendricks, and my presentation is called Demographic Presentation of Russell, Kansas and Russell County Schools. Forgive the way I sound, I've been terribly sick all weekend. To begin, Russell, Kansas is a small community in north central Kansas. Population is 4,570. Median age is 47.5. Families with kids is 35%. 97% speak English. 1% speak Spanish in our community. Ethnicity and race data for Russell, Kansas. 90% is white, non-Hispanic. 3.5% are black or African American non-Hispanic. Then we have another section here for American Indian and Alaska Native, Native Hawaiian and Pacific, Asian, multiracial, other, and I believe this is white non-Hispanic. Race and gender demographics for our district. Our district is 83.8% white. The state results are average is 63.27, so we have much less diversity than an average school in the state of Kansas. As far as gender goes, both the state and the district results are almost split 50-50, so not much difference there. Here's our district ELL and students with disabilities demographics. In our district, we have 0.59% of our students that are ELL students, which is not a large number. And for the state, the average is 9.76%. Students with disabilities, almost 1/4 of the students in our district have disabilities, while 15.68% is the average in Kansas schools. Economically disadvantaged demographics for our district. Our economically disadvantaged is at 57.69%, which is 10% higher than the average for the state of Kansas, which is quite a significant amount in my opinion. Now if we just look at the Russell High School, we have 86.19% are white, and again the state was 63.27, and then for gender, almost 50-50 split on either side. Our buildings ELL students, 1.26%, while the average is 9.76%, so a very low number of ELL students. Our students with disabilities in our high school are 19.67%, which is again nearly 1/4, while the students with disabilities in the state are averaging 15.68%. Our high school economically disadvantaged demographics. We are at 53.14% in the high school, while the state average is 47.12%. For chronic absenteeism, our building had 23.6%, our district was 18.43%, and the state average was 13.9%. This is one issue that we are not scoring well in, and we need to work on getting our students to school. Over to the attendance rates. Our building in 2020 was 93.2%, while the state was 94.5%, so we are just slightly behind. We can make improvements, but we're not doing horribly. Dropout indicators. Our building in 2020 was 0.8%, while the state average is 1.3%, so that's a good indication for us. Graduation indicators, we graduated 86.7% in 2020, and the state average was 88.3%. This is another area we need to work on. We're just slightly behind, but we need to make improvements. Our state assessment performance report. In our building, we were over 50% scored a level 1, 35% scored a level 2, almost 13% at a level 3, and a very small number at a level 4. Our district wasn't much better, and we need to see our numbers looking more like the state number here. This is an area we need to work on and improve. ACT averages for 2020 for our building, 17.1. The state average is 20.4. You can see a trend from 2015 to 2020. It's a gradual descent in that number. We need to get back up to at least a 21, in my opinion. And the post-secondary progress, we are making a slow climb in 5-year graduation average, 5-year success average, and 5-year effectiveness average. So I like the way these numbers are going. Okay, our school organization. We have 4 schools, 2 elementaries, a middle school, and a high school. According to the website, KSDE website, we only have 93.1% of our teachers that are fully licensed. Until this school year, there has been very little K through 12 vertical alignment, but we have been working on this since the beginning of August. RHS is slowly adapting new 21st century materials. ELA, science, and math are all now current curriculums. RHS does encourage flexible learning environments. We have both indoor and outdoor alternative spaces to take classes to that are out of the classroom setting. Overall, I think the teachers at RHS and staff have trouble identifying and meeting the needs of our students. This is a generalization, does not apply to every teacher or staff member. RHS does not have air conditioning or proper ventilation in the school, and this is a huge issue for our students and our staff. Time management is a huge problem for RHS teachers and students alike. Using their time wisely needs to be worked on, especially for students. Communication between teachers and parents does not happen enough. Our technology is not satisfactory. Even though the students are one-to-one with iPads, the iPads have a lot of problems. Our internet connection is weak and unreliable, and we only have 1 technology director for the entire district, which means things are slow in getting done. The citizens of Russell have failed to pass a bond issue 3 times in a row that would have given us many things that we need, including electricity redone, ventilation redone, and air conditioning in the high school. And yet we have those in town that brag that they have not passed the bond issue. Our schools are in need of many things, and since we cannot get the community support that we need, we are having to make some tough decisions in the near future and some tough cutbacks that will affect many people. Administration and teachers do not stay in our district very long due to low pay, low morale, poor leadership, and lack of support. Morale among the teachers is often very low, and even though we try to encourage one another and support each other and are making positive changes, it still gets difficult. Many parents do not support their students. This leaves students with a who cares attitude. Teachers are constantly fighting apathy among parents and students. I will say that our new principal this year is making an effort for initiatives, which is one positive thing I can say for our school. RHS's school climate. We are working on improving the school climate of our school. We are working on making RHS a safe place for students of all backgrounds. We are making sure that all students' cultures and beliefs are heard and respected, and this needs to be addressed with both teachers and students alike. Teachers using proven and up-to-date teaching strategies needs work. We have some teachers that have been around a while and don't want to update their teaching strategies and technology. Leader-teacher relationships and leader-student relationships need work. Teacher-teacher relationships are okay, but they could be better. Parent-teacher relationships need to become a priority. And I will say that most of our teachers have good relationships with their students, but there's always room for improvement. RHS educational placement. Students at RHS have plenty of options each day for educational placement. Most of our students with an IEP are in Gen Ed classrooms. These students are given the opportunity to go to the resource room for additional support as needed. We are short on paraeducators at the moment, so this is causing some issues currently. Learning accommodations. Last year, our special ed department was a mess. This year, we have new director, new teachers, a new para, and so far they're doing a fabulous job. We are in need of more paraeducators, though. The teachers do a great job at helping us with learning accommodations. Some of these include moving to a quiet location, having something read to the student, help with note-taking, additional time to complete assignments, and adapting assignments when needed. Testing accommodations at RHS are given to students with learning disabilities when it is written on their IEP. Some of these accommodations include moving to a quiet location, listening to music while testing, shortening the test, giving fewer choices on multiple choice questions, using notes or textbook when needed, extra time for taking tests, and having the test read to the student. My reflection. While it seems that I have painted a pretty bleak picture of USD 407 in Russell High School, it is the students that keeps us all going. The students, teachers, administrators, and staff in our district all deserve much better than what we have right now. Those of us who work in the schools know this, and despite all the obstacles that we face, we all continue to fight for what we and our students deserve. The relationships we have with our students and our love of teaching them is what drives us forward. If we don't, who will? Who will step in our place? Not many. So they need us, and we need them. I am looking forward to great changes in the future, and I am looking forward to be a part of making these changes, not only for our district, but for Russell High School. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my presentation.